The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the key agency enforcing gun laws, hasn't had a permanent director since 2015. Today, I'm proud to nominate David Chipman to serve as the director of the AFT. David knows the AFT well. He served there for 25 years. And Vice President Harris and I believe he's the right person at this moment for this important agency.
Is it not also true that some people might want to protect their hearing while shooting?
Senator, as I said before, it's my belief that those who want to buy silencers to protect their hearing, there's a method to do that. There are many companies that sell National Firearms Act weapons, and there's a process to do that.
Yep.
What I was addressing was making it easier for criminals to use silencers, a threat that our nation has really avoided because of a strong law passed in 1930.
Yeah. All right. Look, I get it. My time's expired. And I think this is very concerning for someone who's had a series of inflammatory statements. It's very concerning. We're considering confirming you to be our lead law enforcement officer for our gun laws. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Whitehouse.
Assess this. So, Jesse, how many, I mean, just roughly speaking, there are more than dozens of AR-15s in circulation. I think there are tens of millions of them, likely. What would it mean to ban them in real terms?
It would mean we would get the world that David Chipman wants, and that's the world where he's free to hurt you, Tucker, hurt me, hurt anybody who disagrees with him. I don't know why we feel the need to dance around this, because this is what the mistake we make on the right. We hear AR-15 ban and we hold up some chart that says, well, pistols and fists and stuff, they hurt more people every year. These people know that. David Chipman can read. He's an idiot, but he can read. He knows that. What he wants is the freedom to hurt you, and I don't know why we have to dance around that.
It's such a smart point. Why does nobody say that?
Well, nobody says it because it means acknowledging your fellow Americans want you dead, or at least are okay if you are dead.
What are we doing? We've got hundreds, thousands, millions of people that don't have the opportunity to get the shot, and we're worrying about criminals that we spend millions of dollars a year to take care of.
That was Tom Van Essen, former New York Fire Department commissioner during 9/11, who lost 343 of his colleagues in that attack. He was one of the many voices heavily criticizing a plan by the Biden administration to offer the COVID-19 vaccine to detainees at Guantanamo Bay, who include the suspected mastermind behind the September 11th attacks. The Pentagon said the idea was to protect prosecutors in terror trials, but after a wave of backlash, the Pentagon announced on Saturday that it was putting the plan on hold while it reviews force protection protocols. Tommy, I'd like to start with you and point out the fact that KSM has been in Gitmo since 2003, and they can't figure out a way to try him. In fact, the last time the trial was set for it was supposed to be January 11th. Clearly, that's not happening. So that proposed reasoning by the Biden administration is faulty to begin with. Your thoughts?
Well, this is felon coddling to the nth degree, and we know that Democrats love felon coddling, but apparently they also believe the terrorists deserve a vaccine. And, you know, as the clip that you played mentioned, there are so many Americans that would love to get that vaccine that are unable to get that vaccine, and we're talking about vaccinating terrorists. It's really amazing this was ever even on the table, but such a slap in the face not only to those that experienced the tragedy of 9/11, but just to Americans in general. The fact that we're spending another dime, especially on these terrorists that we're already paying to take care of, is an abomination. I'm not really surprised that this came from a Biden administration, because as we know, when we're in about week 3 of this administration, it's been America and Americans last, and I expect that to continue. But I can't even believe that the Democrats would really be able to say with a straight face that they think that this was a good idea. Every American should be upset with this.
Don't be a Democrat.